Hey, welcome back to Life Without Limits. I'm your host, the motivational teacher, George Tabb. We've got some giveaways that I want to give you. But you got to get this quote. You got to call us. You got to give us. You got to get this quote though. So you got to qualify for the giveaway. All right. Here's the quote. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Who said that? You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And the giveaway is a book by Paul J. Myers. It's retold by Paul J. Myers. And the book is called That's Something. Once you find it, your life will never be the same. You say, well, George, how do I get in touch with you? Well, you give us a call here at the station, 1-877-448-7884, 1-877-448-7884. And ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about no more resolutions. Man, are you sick and tired of setting resolutions? I mean, I was just sick and tired of every year setting the same resolution year after year, year after year. You know, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to get a promotion. I'm going to start a business. I got tired of setting those resolutions. Got tired of being in the same position. You know, January 1st would come in and 91 million Americans set New Year's resolutions. In the first week, 71 million Americans have abandoned those resolutions. Ladies and gentlemen, resolutions don't work. They don't work. So you have to design your future. You have to design your life. You work, study, education completes the miracle process. You know, I heard a story once, and it was this gentleman, and he created this beautiful rock pile. And a Christian came along, and he wanted to tell this man, he wanted to remind this man that if it was not for God, hey, there would be no rock pile. And he walked up to the gentleman that had made this rock pile, and he said to him, he said, you know what? If it wasn't for the Lord, you need to thank the Lord for this rock pile. And the guy said, you know what? He said, I do. He said, I thank God every day for this rock pile. But he also said, you should have saw it when God had this rock pile all by himself. Hey, welcome back to Life Without Limits. I'm your host, the motivational teacher, George Tabb. Right? So the moral of the story is God gives us the vision. God gives us the ability to work, to study, to set goals so that we can go out and be everything that God has already placed on the inside of you. So let's get back to our journey. Before we left, we were on a journey. We were on a journey from Florida to New York, and we were trying to decide, you were trying to decide if you were going to go with me. And so we had to answer some questions like, George, you know, you had questions for me. You wanted to know, George, when are we leaving? What time are we planning on getting to New York? What part of Florida are you leaving from? What part of New York is your final destination? All these things are goals. These are all goals. You are designing your future with your goals. So the answer to some of these questions are called goal setting. Figure out what you want. Here's how simple it is. Figure out what you want and write it down. Figure out what you want and write it down. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to take with you? What do you want to get? Who do you want to be? You know, I used to put more energy into planning a vacation or a trip than I did in investing in designing my life. I see newlyweds put more energy into planning a wedding than a marriage. A wedding is a moment, right? But a marriage is for life. See, this stuff is so easy. It's so easy. It really is. Figure out what you want and write it down. Figure out who you want to be and write it down. Let me give you a scripture. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "And then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it." Figure out what you want and write it down. Figure out who you want to be and write it down. The vision has to be plain so you can understand it and so that others can read. In other words, keep it simple. This stuff is simple. The definition of simple is something anyone can do. My job today is to help you understand how simple goal setting is, but yet critical to your success in every area of your life. One lady told me, she says, I've been living for more than 50 years and I've never set a goal or wrote my goals down. My response was, just think how much further you can go and how much more you could accomplish with the remaining life if you set goals, with the balance, with the remaining of your life. See, life is God's gift to you, but what you do with it is your gift to God. There's another quote in the Bible that says, "Man without vision shall perish." And if you have no direction, you may be moving, but are you getting closer to your destination?